I won't just crack, but it's hard to relax when you know you're not in control. In control. In control.
Need to be made. Another thing, it's a
Coming up next, the Nets take... Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action. GA, it's all yours.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best.
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. He's out there with Durant. Then there's Thomas. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Mourning in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Brooklyn, Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Barkley in at the 4 spot.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Smart against Porzingis. There's Thomas with the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Hardaway. The pass to Barkley. He kicks it to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. O'Neal. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Shaq's got his second bucket of the night.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Thomas, no good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Passes it to Hardaway. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thomas passes to Mourning. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt. When the defense forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Here's Durant. Hayes, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Hard work on the offensive glass, paying off with the second chance points there for Hayes. If he's got a shot at the rebound, he's not going to let anybody else take it away.
Now here's Middleton. Porzingis looking it over. 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Barkley, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Thomas passes to Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
Yeah, finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Thomas against Hardaway. And Mourning sends it back. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now, here is O'Neal. Left side, Porzingis. Back to O'Neal. 8 feet away. Nice touch on the bank shot. O'Neal's got 6. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Now Thomas following the Porzingis miss from deep. Mourning kicks to Thomas. This one for three. That one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Barkley against Thomas, trying to get open his shot. And good from Barkley on the assist from Benny Hardaway.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Thomas kicks to Smart. Dishes it to Hayes. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in free throw percentage, 8th in scoring, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Here's O'Neal, and Mourning sends it back.
And that's his signature. Mourning, a fantastic defender, phenomenal at using those long arms to reject shots. Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Robertson with the steal. Pass to Smith. And here is Mourning. Pass to Hayes. Smith feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mourning. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Robertson. And here's Sexton. Over Hayes. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Nets up 2. 2K Sports back in a moment. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got JaVale McGee. Robertson is out there with Smith. Then there's Mourning, and it's Durant in at the 3. Robertson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The game now all time. Robertson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Boston. Sexton the pass to Marion. Now the pass to Holiday. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. 6 points for B.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tipping.
Pass to McGee. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Durant. The rebound by the Nets. Barkley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Holiday. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. trailing by 4. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined.
Oh, and here comes Smith, all alone. Count the basket.
What speed there from Smith Jr. Excels at tearing up the court when the break is on.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to New York. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
The ability Durant has to score inside, it puts him over the top when you're talking about the NBA's best offensive player.
Pass to Barkley. And here is O'Neal. He's guarded by Mourning. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game right now. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Thomas passes to Hayes. Takes it from 10. Brooklyn with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Back to Middleton. On the wing, Hardaway. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Boston trailing. 1:49 left now here in the second. Hardaway against Thomas. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Bounce pass Middleton. McGee on the double team. Middleton dishes to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. That shot off, and it's Boston the other way. Thomas surveying the D. 1:03 left in the first half. Teardrop shot. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Middleton. Hardaway with it.
Oh, see that?
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Pass to Robertson. Here's Thomas. But they'll get another chance. Nets leading by 3. Middleton on the wing. There's the pass to O'Neal. Back to Middleton. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
19 seconds left in the second quarter. Hardaway against Thomas. Clock at 6. Knocked loose. Hardaway with the steal. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They battled. And that should do it with the second.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Celtics trail by 3. Chris Middleton is out there with Barkley. And there's Porzingis. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Hardaway in at the point. So that's the Nets 5.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Offensive rebound, Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Here's Hardaway. Here's O'Neal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Brooklyn, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely could talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too, while they were talking.
You couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, yeah, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
A nice shot by KD.
Look, what are you supposed to do against Durant? There's not much you can do.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Hardaway against Thomas. Outside, Porzingis. Got a piece of it. Hayes with the steal. Out to KD for the lead. Barkley grabs the board. Barkley's got 5 rebounds tonight. The dish now to Hardaway. Back to Barkley. Over Mourning. And the Nets miss again.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Smart with the ball. Barkley covering. Passes to Mourning. A miss that time would have put him up.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Durant down low. Defended by Middleton. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, Katie doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
First one falls for him. Well, Kevin Durant was highly sought after following this past season, and Chris, you knew his decision would have a huge ripple effect across the NBA.
Yeah, and at this point in his career, Kev, I mean, KD can do whatever he wants as far as which team he plays for. I mean, he has the titles, he has the money, and he has nothing left to prove. I mean, you can see why he chose this team.
Durant nails both of them.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now Smith. Pass to Mourning. Here is Durant. Just 5 to shoot over Marion. That misses off the backboard. The Nets with the lead. On the wing, Holiday. Off target from 3-point range. Marion with the steal. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in this game. Over Hardaway. A nice shot by KD. Durant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
He's standing almost 7 feet tall. With that kind of skill, that kind of height, athleticism, his mid-range jumper, he'll always be there for Durant.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Smart. For 3. It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Boston. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Durant. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for 1 more. They get Sean Marion.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That's good from Durant.
I mean, think about Durant. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, Stretch Armstrong. He's basically a 7-foot guard.
Sexton kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Outside Durant. Pass to Mourning. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Marion. Nets trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Outside, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Holiday. That's tipped. Oh, trying for it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. KD, that's for 2. No good.
And you got to respect the quick hands of Marion. Awesome at contesting shots with that long reach.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Mourning is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Durant. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Robertson. And at the 2.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
Smith with it. Barkley covering. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
And there's the pass to Marion. Pulls up on the elbow. Can't hit that one. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Chris Middleton's checked in for Sean Marion. Boston also with the sub. Thomas checked in for Smith. Nets trail by 6. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Barkley the pass to Holiday. Passes it to O'Neal. Thomas with the steal. Pass to McGee. Back to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Buries it from three-point range. Thomas got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Net shooting just 31% in the game. Pass to Middleton. Back to Sexton. McGee with the block. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And the defender had no chance of keeping Durant from going where he wanted. Nice move to free up space.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And then for Boston, Hayes comes in for JaVale McGee. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Robertson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Here's Hayes. And he makes that one. Hayes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Sexton. Outside Hardaway. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Middleton. Here's O'Neal, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Thomas kicks to Smart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Porzingis is checked in for Colin Sexton. And so, Smart nails both of them. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan player of the game.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Thomas, and that one, good. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
Hardaway passes to O'Neal. Up top, Barkley. Outside Hardaway. The pass to O'Neal. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's KD. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Boston leading by 17. Thomas with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Thomas's shot is off. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Barkley, no luck. For Boston, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you know, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Porzingis. Here's Boston now. They're on a 19-6 run. Here's Smith. Passes it to McGee. Outside Durant. Shoots over Barkley. KD can't get it to go. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webb.